I am. Better. Right then. Hey guys, how's it going? You okay? I'm just gonna set up the TikTok live as well. Right then. How's it going, guys? Any questions? Please, feel free. Feels weird not having the headset on today, to be honest. Yeah, so if a wall is massively out of plumb, they would have to knock down that external skin. So basically, a lot of people forget that walls are an external skin. Then you've got the cavity. Then you've got the internal wall. So everyone thinks oh my god, do you have to knock down the whole house? But no, you can just knock down that external skin, and it won't affect inside a lot of the time. Tripping Monroe. I love the content. Thank you very much, mate. How's it going, TikTok? Any questions? Just put it in the chat. If you want a quote, just message comment how many bedrooms your property has, and I'll give you a quote. You guys on YouTube, you can see I've got the numbers in the left-hand corner, so you're all sorted. Where did I pick up tuna melt as an insult? So obviously the term melt is an insult. So I just, do what I do. I did what I do, and just thought tuna melt sounded cooler. Especially when you put absolutely at the start of it. When you say, who's done this? You're an absolute tuna melt. It sounds really good. How's it going, TikTok? Love the videos, my man. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Do you do any special inspections for flats like elevators and stairwells? I mean, we can do. Get in contact if you're after something like that. We'd have to talk about it and see what we can do. Whereabouts in Wales am I from? I'm from Carmarthenshire. Back again. I know. Where is your next job? So we've got 10 inspectors that cover the whole of the UK. I'm sure we'll get into that in a little while. But my job tomorrow is in Newcastle. What's my thoughts on Taylor Wimpey? I really like them. About 8 out of 10 houses are usually pretty good, but you always need to get them inspected, okay? What's happening YouTube? Worst 5 developers. I can't tell you who my worst developers are, but I can name a couple of developers that I've inspected in the past. So I've inspected Keepmoat, I've inspected Gleason's, I've inspected Avant, I've inspected Ilya. There are a couple of developers that I've inspected in the past. Wink, wink. Hi mate, great content. Thank you, Daniel. My little lad Oliver wants you to say it's absolutely shocking. There you are, mate. David Wilson, they're my favourite developers so far this year. YouTube, how's it? What's the audio like on YouTube? Could you let me know? if I need to turn anything up or down or whatever, you know. I got a little bit of Italian restaurant music in the back as well. Hope you like it. If you don't like it, I'll change it. But it's a bit quiet without anything, you know. Who's the best you've inspected in Scotland? Either Story Homes or most likely Cala. Actually, there was a Taylor Wimpey site in Scotland where this guy had like 15 issues with his property. And that, 15 issues is unheard of. It was amazing. Was it 15, 20? 15 to 20. I know, all I remember is there was hardly any issues. Audio good. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Hey, this mic audio better be good because this mic was like 600 quid. Who's the... so I've answered that. Right then. Let's see how good my house is. So I live in an apartment actually. So yeah. How's that grab you? Do I live in a new build? Well, it's a new build apartment. Yeah. Right then, what do I think of Barrett's Excalibur with the question? If you asked me 3 years ago, I would have said Barrett's is my favorite developer. But yeah, recent times, David Wilson, Taylor Wimpey, Redrow, they've all overtaken them. So yeah, not my favorite anymore. TikTok, if you want to quote, comment below how many bedrooms you've got, and I'll give you a quote, okay? If I see your comment. YouTube, as you can see, I've got the prices on the left hand side of the screen. Keep Mo all the way, yeah. 3-bedroom Barrett, so 3-bedroom is $399. What I'll do is I'll go through the whole thing for TikTok. So 1 to 2 bed is $349, 3 bed is $399, 4 bed is $449, and a 5 bed is $499. Okay. You just do new builds. So new builds that are within 2 years old. Yes. Simmons are the best by far. Whatever you think. If you think that, then good on you. Well, then I feel like I've missed a couple of questions. Let's have a look. Will there be a video from the Newcastle job if it's shockingly bad? You might see some clips from it. If it's a good property, you might see some clips from it. I shall let you guys know, all right? What about Bellaway? Any good? Bellaway are not in my top favorite developers. They're a bit 50-50. Some sites are good, some sites aren't. Definitely not in my top. Can you say absolutely shocking? I can do whatever you want, guys. I can say, hey guys, back again. Look at this wall. It's 50 millimeters out of plumb. Look at that. That is absolutely shocking. How was that? Was that good? It's ridiculous. Oliver said thank you. No problem, Oliver. Good night. I don't know how old you are. If you're a teenager, then that's probably embarrassing. But it's also quite funny. So it's your bedtime, Oliver. That's funny. The guitar. The guitar definitely looks like it's leaning 2 Jaffa cakes out of plum. It is. And I've also snapped a string on it this morning. TikTok, you don't know what I'm on about. There's a guitar in the corner. Snapped a string earlier. I snapped my G string. Right then. Questions. David R. Is new build quality these days generally really poor, or do we see the worst of it on this channel? I think the amount of bad videos that you see on our channel should give you a rough idea of what the situation. I'm just realizing that my light situation here is really bad. That's better. That's made it brighter, isn't it? I'll be back. There we are. That's better. You can barely see me on YouTube. Right then. So the amount of bad videos you see on our YouTube channel should tell you how bad the state of the industry is, really. I do try and do as many, when I see a good property and I see all the brickwork's really nice and clean, it's good inside, I do try and do a good video. So you've seen how many good videos I do, so that should tell you. On average, every property I go to usually has about 100 to 150 issues. So, you know, how I work it is, if it's got 30 or less issues, that's extremely rare, and that's an amazing house. Okay? If it's got 40 to 60 issues, it's a pretty good house. If it's got 80 to 90 issues, it's better than average. Average is about 100 to 120. If it's got 150 issues, pretty poor. And then 200 plus issues, not good. Obviously, this depends on how big the property is as well. So if you've got like a 6-bedroom mansion where it's got 6 en suites as well, then obviously, you know, you're expecting to find maybe 200 issues due to the size of it, you know. But if you're finding, you know, 150 issues in a 2-bedroom house, then that is absolutely shocking. And I'm going to answer some previous questions, but I just saw Lawrence Harper ask a question. And how many of these 100 to 150 issues actually get fixed? So with my reports, I'm aiming for a 95% plus fix rate. I'm only putting, sorry, got some police going past. I'm only putting stuff on the report for it to get fixed. And we do have a very good success rate with our reports. Otherwise, there's no point. What's the point in paying the money if you're not going to get stuff done? And this is why I say in a lot of our videos, you know, if you want a strong report and a company that's going to provide you with a strong report, you've got to go with us. Because I don't want to name names, but there are some companies out there that will just throw everything they see on the report, like as really, really fussy issues, paintwork issues that you can barely see. Paintwork issues that you can barely see and that are really fussy are not going on my report, because I don't want the site manager or whoever thinking that I'm, you know, just taking the mick and trying to fill the report for no reason. I want a nice, strong report, condensed, not, you know, overfilled with cosmetic paintwork issues. You know, I really do try my best to make our reports smaller. So, for example, one of the things I do to make a report smaller, say you've got 3 to 4 paintwork issues in a room, right? Instead of calling it 4 paintwork issues, like some people may, I will call that one issue, and then I will also give other examples and put them as aboves. So I'll have, for example, issue 10, numerous patching and paint touch-ups required to the walls and surfaces. I give 2 or 3 other photos of other locations, but only calling it one issue. So then when they get the report at the end, it's only adding 1 issue instead of 4 issues, which I think is fair and a lot nicer. Anyway, let's go back to the questions. TikTok, I've been ignoring you, so let's have a look. Love your vids, Robert Grant. Thank you very much. Worst you've ever seen. So I'm not going to name like a developer, but the worst issue I ever saw or had seen, I don't know. I'm Welsh, I don't speak proper English. The worst issue I've ever seen is the front of a property. The brickwork was 70 millimeters out of plumb from the ground floor to the top of the to the soffit. So yeah, that was ridiculous. Excuse me. Calla Holmes, pretty good in general. Love your content, my friend. Roger Moore, thank you very much. You have to be too... So, I'll tell you, I don't want to give too many of my secrets away, you know, because... But I will tell you how I do some of my inspection, just to give you all an idea, right? And I'll give you some tips and stuff, right? So, first of all... so say we've got, should we answer some more questions on YouTube first? I think I've ignored a lot of you. So I'll answer a couple more questions and I'll go on a bit of a rant, okay? Right then, what have we got? Have you ever had a house with no issues? No, that's impossible. It's pretty much impossible to have a house with 0 issues, unless it's impossible unless we've inspected it. They've fixed every single issue, and then yeah, you know, because the sites, they just, you know, they don't do the inspection that we do. We check everything. You know, the house has to be handed over tomorrow. The site manager's going to hand it over, even if there's issues with it or not. If his boss is telling him, listen, mate, if you don't hand over that house, you're losing your bonus, or you're getting sacked, or I don't know what the conversations are. But if that site manager is under pressure to hand over that house tomorrow, and there's issues with it, he's going to hand it over regardless, and hope that the homeowner either doesn't find them or deal with the issues after they've moved in, which is basically the general philosophy. I don't know what you want to call it, general idea. Philosophy. What's the least amount of snags you've ever found? I think it was that Taylor Wimpey I was speaking about earlier in Scotland, and I think it had about 15 to 20 issues. I mean, this is like one of the only houses. I think I've only seen a handful of houses with less than 30 issues. Literally, I'm not even not exaggerating. Like literally a handful. Like, have you done Barrett's in Aberdeen? I have. Can't remember what it was like. Probably good. Might not be. Not sure. Story homes. There's a load of really good sites. Really, really great sites, story homes. But there are a couple which I've inspected recently which have definitely let the side down. And story homes, if you're watching, there's some sites near Carlisle. Some of them are amazing, and some of them really need some work. That's all I'm going to say. Do I have a trade background? I am a qualified carpenter. I worked on site for years, and this is why I know what I'm looking for, and I know about fake weep vents because I've seen bricklayers install them. Oh God, we could go on a massive rant about that, which we'll do at some point. Right then, I want to talk about how I do a couple of bits about how I do my inspection. So first of all, let's just talk about shrinkage and cracking. So, for example, say you've bought a house and you've just moved in, yeah? So 99% of our inspections are someone who's just bought a house and they're in their first week of owning the property, right? So what I will be saying to them is, right then, so houses, they're built in wet conditions. There's a lot of moisture in the property, and it takes about 2 years for moisture levels to get to normal levels. As it dries out, you'll get some shrinkage and cracking. So around your ceiling line, along your stairs, around the door frames, your architraves, your skirtings, your window frames, your window boards, everywhere where you've basically got a joint, you might get some cracks. It's normal. It's what you've signed up to. It's what you've got. Any cracks you do get, if it goes over 2 millimeters wide, it's down to the developer to fix. Up to 2 millimeters wide, it's down to you to fix. It doesn't really matter about the length of the crack, so I'm happy with a crack right across the ceiling, for example, as long as it's within 2 millimeters wide. And it's best not to have these cracks fixed or filled for the first year and a half until your house is dried out, because they'll only reappear. So once your house is dry, then you fix the cracks. So just work with the developer over the next 2 years to fix any cracks that are over 2 millimeters wide. So basically, if there are any cracks under 2 millimeters wide, it's not going on my report. Also, you'll get some, say I'm inspecting a property that's a bit older, so say it's like at 6 months. If there's like slight failures to like mastic seals, then that's due to settlement. So if it's very minor, that wouldn't be on the report as well. I'm just doing little bits like this. Some companies might just put any crack they see on the report, you know, and it makes the company look stupid because they're putting extremely, well, non-issues basically on the report. So when it comes to cracking, over 2 millimeters wide on the report, up to 2 millimeters wide, not going on. How I inspect paintwork. So I look at paintwork from 2 meters away in natural daylight. That's how the majority of warranty providers sort of like set their standard on how to inspect paintwork. I do add to this a little bit to stop kind of any arguments. So if I see a paintwork issue from 2 meters away and I'm thinking, I can barely see it, and I'm thinking, oh, it's a little bit fussy, and I'm questioning, should I put this on the report or should I not put this on the report? If I'm thinking it shouldn't be on the report, that's my cue to not put it on the report, basically. If I think it's fussy and shouldn't be on the report, that's probably what the developer's going to think. So it doesn't make it on my report. On top of that, I will set a maximum of paintwork issues that I'll take in a room. And once it gets to, you know, a certain number of paintwork issues that are in that room, I'm just going to say numerous. You know, recurring issue, numerous patching and paint touch-ups required to the walls and surfaces. Put it down as one issue in that room, instead of, you know, having like 20 paintwork issues in a room and it just blowing up. You know, what a lot of people do is overinflate their reports with paintwork issues. With us, we try and reduce that, making a smaller, condensed report. What else can I say really about paintwork? A lot of the time, I'll ask my client as well. So I'll do my paintwork snagging, but really we're there to inspect the property for more structural issues, you know, tolerance issues, walls out of plumb. That's our main purpose of being on site, right? So paintwork is quite easy to snag yourself. So a lot of the time I'll ask my client, do your own paintwork snagging list as well, separately to ours. You're welcome to put, you know, you've got to look at it from 2 meters away, natural daylight. If you see any fussy issues, you're welcome to put it on your own list and see if the developer will do it. But if there are, you know, any really fussy ones from 2 meters away, it's not going to make it on my list. Just because I want to make a much stronger report, then when you give it to that developer, they're going to fix, you know, they're going to take it seriously and fix these issues. What a lot of companies do, and I know it's true, so I can say it. A lot of these companies will put every single fussy, as many paintwork issues, or as many issues as they can, to like, we found 350 issues at this property. We've found 400 issues at this property. It's like, yeah, but how many of them are paintwork? 250, okay. And how many of them paintwork issues can you actually see from 2 meters away? Half of them. It's crap. So when the site manager or anyone looks at my report, every paintwork issue on there, they'll be able to see straight away. Yep, I can see that. Yep, no problem. And that's how you get taken seriously. And, you know, at the end of the day, we're all called professional snaggers, yeah? And we've all got different prices, and we've all got different ways we market each other and all that. But just because we're called the same thing doesn't mean we have the same product. I'm massive on the mentality. Sorry if I'm going on a little bit. I know I am going on a little bit here, but I'm coming to the end. I'm massive on the mentality of the report, if that makes sense. So when the developer or the site manager gets the report, what's he thinking when he looks at my report? Yeah, so the mentality of the report, not just what we've picked up, how good it looks and blah, 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 but how they react to our report. And every issue I put on my report, I think of, you know, what is the developer going to think when they see this issue? And I take that into account. Obviously, you know, it doesn't, how can I explain it? I just take it into account, basically. That's all I'm going to say. Right then, let's go back to some questions. So just to cap it off, with us, we really do try to make a nice, strong report so you get issues fixed. We're not out there to, you know, destroy a developer and give them as many issues as possible. It's not about that. It's about giving the client what they paid for, and at the same time being realistic and making a strong report, and just a strong, realistic, condensed report. That's what we go for. Anyway, let's go back to some questions. I'll start with TikTok quick. Sorry if I've missed any. And what we'll do now is, if you want a quote on TikTok, chuck some comment how many bedrooms your property has, and I'll give you a quote. Actually, I might just go through the price list, so forget that. I'll go through the price list. Let's answer some questions then. Thoughts on Davis Homes? I'm not too familiar with them. Davidson's pretty good. David Wilson, really good. My favorite at the moment. How much is an inspection? Right, so I'll do the price list quick then. YouTube, you've got the price list on screen, okay? So, 1 to 2 bedroom property, 349. 3 bedroom property, 399. 4 bedroom property, 449. And a 5 bedroom property, 499. Okay, guys? The 1 to 2 bed, 349. 3 bed, 399. 4 bed, 449. And a 5 bed, 499. Okay? Brilliant. Can you explain what's involved with... I'll get into that in a second, okay? Lawrence Harper. Right then. How many times can you say report? Did I know I'll have to rewatch the live later. I feel like I've said the word report about 1 million times though. And then questions with the floor. Can you fix sweets? No. Ooh. Okay. YouTube, loads of questions going on here. So let's start with Jonathan Stewart. How have Barrett homes been this year? Not where they have been 3 years ago. Barrett 3 years ago, favorite developer. This year, David Wilson, by far the best. Then Taylor Wimpey, then Red Row. Actually, Bloor Homes, the properties that I've inspected by Bloor Homes this year have been stunning. Absolutely stunning. If Bloor Homes were a bigger developer and built the same amount as everyone else, I would be saying they're the best. I'm actually not sure how many they build, so maybe they are the best. Right then. Do you do snagging inspections on new build flats? Yes, we do. So give us a call if you want an inspection. You had any threats from developers? Legal? Nope. How soon after completion do you recommend? So I recommend that you book us in for the first week that you've moved into the property. If you can get us for a pre-handover inspection, winner. Pre-handover, that means you've got more leverage. But you've got 2 years to have your snagging done. In the first 7 days is best. Because that means you haven't damaged anything. Maybe you haven't fully moved in so that we've got more space to move around. But yeah, first 7 days is what we're looking for, ideally. Right then, who's next? What's the top 3 biggest issues that should dissuade you from buying a house? If there's massive brickwork issues. Maybe the brickwork just looks absolutely horrific. And maybe when it comes to resell the house, you're going to have issues. You know what I mean? I'm not going to buy a property that looks like it's 1 million years old. That's just ridiculous. So brickwork issues, maybe if there's massive deviation to the brickwork, it's out of plumb, you've got big dips. What else? I mean, there's so many things. There's like 50,000 issues that you could have. I mean, major structural issues, obviously. So, I don't know, subsidence, issues with the loft structure, the roof structure. There's so much. But anything major and structural, that would dissuade me, yeah. Right then, where were we? Do you have any thoughts on why builders might use a non-NHBC warranty companies? We have... I'm not too sure, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Are you sponsored by Prime, DeWalt, and Unilight by any chance? No, I'm not. But we are friends with the Unilight guys. So, you know, you gotta, you know, help everyone out, you know what I mean? DeWalt, no, but I want them to sponsor me, so I'm gonna chuck a drill in the background until they get in touch. And Prime, so there's a lot. I like Prime, first of all, and I'm not a kid, and I don't want to hear anything about kids and drinking Prime, and it's not good for them. Then kids should be, that, you know, their parents should be telling, you know, not giving them energy drinks, right? So I don't want to hear about any of that. But yeah, those are my 2 favorite flavors of Prime. It's much nicer than Lucozade, and it's much nicer than Gatorade. And those are my 2 favorite flavors. I really don't like the topical punch. I don't like tropical punch. And The ice pop was quite nice, but blue raspberry, lemon lime, really good. And I hope that this company gets bigger and bigger, so then it gets cheaper and cheaper, so we can all afford to buy it. Also, I'm on YouTube now, and it's all part of the community and everything. So yeah, and I'm not sponsored by Harry Potter or PlayStation either, or Gibson. But Gibson, if you wanna sponsor me, please do. TikTok's wondering what the hell I'm talking about. I got a Gibson SG guitar in the corner. Right then, should we go back to some questions, because that was random. How soon after completion do you recommend getting an inspection? First 7 days. Who snags the snaggers? Yes, you've got some professional snaggers. We don't need snagging, okay? We know what we're doing. Well, our company do anyway. Right then, if you were living in London, would you buy a new build red row flat? Possibly, if it's a good site. Yeah. Would you steer clear of new builds entirely? No, I would do my homework on the site. So this is a couple of tips. Here's some tips on what to do if you're buying a new build. Find out if the site manager has been on that site for a long period of time and they're not going through site managers every week, right? You want a site manager that's been there and he's doing well. Maybe he's won some awards, that would be great. Maybe the site's won some awards, that'll be even better. Ask some people that live on the site. Ask about knock on 6 to 8 people's doors, knock on the door and say, have you had a snag inspection? Have you had any issues? How's your experience been? Why would you not do that? I need to turn off invites. Sorry. So, yeah, ask people that live on the site what their experience was. Because you're about to spend 200 grand to 600 grand on a property. Why wouldn't you ask people? I mean, I would. So yeah, ask people, do your homework on the site, and get it snagged. Once you move in the first 7 days or whatever, get a professional snagging company out and use us, and have a nice strong report where you get stuff done. I bet his house has fake weekends. I don't live in a house, I live in an apartment, but Right then, next question. No. Excuse me. So can I explain what's involved in a cavity wall inspection? So we offer cavity inspection as an extra, and what we do is we drill through the mortar of the brickwork. So you've got bricks and you've got mortar, yeah? Mortar beds, mortar joints. So we'll drill through the mortar, we'll put our camera into the cavity, and we'll look for issues like missing fire barriers, missing insulation, excess mortar in the cavity, so like bridge and wall ties, any debris that might be left in the cavity. And then what we do is put our camera in, find these issues, look for these issues, and then pull the camera out and then fill the hole afterwards. And yeah, any issues we find will be on the report. That's pretty much what a cavity inspection is. Let me be a bit more specific, because that wasn't great. We'll inspect around your windows, we'll inspect around your meter boxes, any opening in your brickwork, we'll inspect around that basically. And yeah, we can find missing insulation, we can find a plethora of issues. Right then, that's that answered. Next, how have Barratt homes been this year? Oh, I've already answered that. Springfield properties, I'm not too familiar. Do you travel to... So, I haven't said this in a while. We are UK-wide, guys. So we cover the whole of the UK. We cover Scotland, England and Wales. And we've got 10 inspectors that cover the whole of these. I like to say the whole of the UK, but then everyone's like, well, you don't inspect in Ireland, so how is it the whole of the UK? You know what I mean, okay? So yeah, who's the Winkle Spanner that has changed his YouTube format? Why? What's the change in format? What's happened? What's changed? Tell me. Would you not get it snagged before you agreed to? Oh. You snagged a house a friend of mine bought. Awesome. Rock and roll. Right then, any more questions? How long we been on? 35 minutes. Wow. And I wanted to do an hour. Just got a bit more time to go, huh? What are common issues with electrical work that you find? So electrics is pretty difficult, to be honest, because most of the electrics is hidden behind the walls and you can't see it. So we'll do a socket test throughout the property, check the RCD, have a look at the consumer unit, have a look inside the electric meter box, but we can't pull off any switches, switch panels or sockets. We can't pull anything apart to look at it because we will be taking responsibility and we are not qualified electricians, so we can't be touching it like that. But yeah, we do a visual inspection, and we also use a socket tester. We can't do anything with gas because we're not gas safe. That would need a gas engineer to do something like that. What do you think of story homes? Love them. There are a couple of sites which I don't love as much, but in general, story homes, love them. There's a site in Whitehaven which I really, really do like. Is guttering covered by 10-year warranty? Well, probably not. Probably not. It will be covered in your first 2 years, but usually with your warranty provider, things need to cost a certain amount for them to be fixed. That makes sense. Like, for example, usually an issue needs to be, say it's like, needs to be over £1,000 in rectification costs. I'm not sure what the word is, for it to be considered an issue and to be fixed. So guttering, yeah, it's probably not going to be a 10-year issue if I'm honest. But ask your warranty provider and they'll tell you. But yeah, guttering after 2 years, that's not gonna. I very much doubt it that it'll be covered by your 10 years. But speak to your warranty provider, find out. Well then, TikTok, any questions? But thoughts on Blow? But Blow Homes, they're like my favorite developer at the moment, to be honest. David Wilson are my like real favorite. But if Blow Homes were like a bigger company, then they'd be my proper favorite. My real and my proper. Who's the worst builder in your opinion? I don't know. But maybe later I'll just randomly say a couple of developers' names and I don't know. Okay. What do I think of Ballet? Yeah. What do I think of Bovis? Yeah. Oh, how's that? How's that for an answer? Right then. Let's go back to YouTube. What's happening? Harron Homes, are they a good developer? I'm not too familiar with them, so I'm not too sure. Thoughts on Persimmon Homes? Yes. Do you work directly for any developers? No. We have done inspections for developers before, so they can get an idea of where they are with regards to quality and where they are. But no, we don't like. Thanks for answering all the questions. Really helpful. Final one. Lawrence Harper with a third and final question. He's getting his money's worth today, isn't he? Jesus. Final one. Can you share your thoughts on St. Modwen Homes? Yeah, I can. Here you go. That should tell you everything. I've seen some good St. Modwin Homes sites. That's about it. I wouldn't say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It depends if you're in Wales or England, if I'm honest. If you're in Wales, then I don't know. If you're in England, you've got a better chance. That's as much as I can say. But I've seen some good St. Modwen sites though. Avant, good or bad? Yes. I love if I have to say something bad about a company, I just don't say anything. Okay? If you want to know if I'm saying something bad, then I usually just don't say anything. Okay? And if they're a good developer, I'm gonna say they're good. Okay? This is how it works, right? Would you accept ex-site managers as suitable for your job? Yes and no. You know, there's a bit of a site manager mentality thing where it's like, that's good enough, basically. So we don't want any of that. We want someone who wants to, look for issues. I'm not saying I want you to find issues so we can, we want to give as many. Okay, so you need to know what you're looking for, right? So you need to know where to look, how to find fake weep vents. You need to know what you're doing and where to look. You also need to know the tolerances for the different warranty providers, and you need to know how to, structure your report where you're not being over the top. You're providing a good, strong report. Think, like I said before, you need to think about the mentality of the report, not just trying to smash out as many issues as possible. If there's 5 damaged bricks on the front elevation, I don't want you to be saying issue 1, damaged brick over here, issue 2, damaged brick over here, issue 3, damaged brick over here. Stop it. There's 5 damaged bricks on the front of the property, 1 issue. Issue number 1, numerous damaged bricks along the front elevation. Boom, 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 boom. Add the location photos for the other damaged bricks, put them all together, 1 issue. Nice, concentrated, winner. The site get it, and they're like, cool. Instead of it being 5 issues out of a report that's 350 pages long, it's just not great. But with us, you get a nice, condensed, sick report. What's happening, guys? Ryan, TikTok, what's happening? Ask me some questions. Does anyone want right, let's do the price list on TikTok because it's been a while. So, listen up. If you want a quote, now's your time to shine. So, 1 to 2 bed, 349. 3 bed, 399. 4 bed, 449. 5 bed, 499. Okay? Sick. This answers some questions on TikTok. But then, who's the tuna melt? You are. What about Linden Homes? Yeah. Not my fave. Have you ever worked alongside Snag Doctor? No. By the way, guys, just to remind you all, we're a UK-wide company, not in Ireland, unfortunately. So yes, we're not UK-wide. We cover Scotland, England, and Wales. We got 10 inspectors that cover the whole of these regions, and that's about it, really. That's all I gotta say. So you don't, if you're in Edinburgh, you don't have to use your local, snagging company that's local to that region. We cover it, so you can book us because we're the best. If you're in London, book us because we're the best. Our office is in Wales. I get that. I'm Welsh. I get that. But I don't live in Wales. I live in Leicester. Okay? So we cover the whole of Scotland, England, and Wales. We've got 10 inspectors nationwide. Don't worry about it. Book us. Get your report done right. Yeah. Boom. Right then. What am I going on about? Who's the tuna melt? You. What about CCG Homes? Not sure who they are. I've booked Winner. Sick. What about level homes? I've seen some good and I've seen some bad. I've got a light flickering in the background here, so I just need to like sort that out because I'm about to have like an epileptic fit. I don't want anyone to like. I'll be back. What's going on with this light? Hey guys, back again. That's better. How long's that been flickering for? Because Jesus Christ. That's better. That's a lot brighter now as well. Right then. What about level homes? Yeah. I've seen some good level homes. But just do your homework on the site. Ask some people that live on the site what their experience was. You know, if a site is going through a new site manager every week or every month, I should tell you to keep away. And that's the main thing, you know? Main thing you want to be finding out. Alison Holmes. Yeah, no. Not for me. I think your mic might not be on, mate. Mic on where? Because mic on YouTube's working, so I know that. TikTok, can you hear me? Please let me know because that would be bad if it's off. Right then. Is it $4.99 for anything over a foot? No. So once you get to a 5-bed, we still like a 5-bedroom property. We still gonna have to ask you, you know, is there any extra rooms? If it's a 5-bed and it's got 5 en suites, it's not gonna be $4.99. Okay, don't get carried away. Okay, if it's $4.99, if it's 5 bedrooms and you've got 5 en suites, it's gonna be an extra cost. Okay, but a normal 5-bed where you've got, I'd say a 5-bed with 2 en suites, 1 bathroom, an external garage, that's $4.99, no problem. But if you've got a 5-bed where there's 3 en suites, you've got an office as well, you've got, you know, extra rooms, it's gonna be maybe £50, a little bit more per extra room. But we can deal with that later. But yeah, over a 5-bed, that's when if you've got a 6-bedroom property, you're gonna start having lots of en suites and, you know, stuff like that. So there will be additional charges. Just speak to us, innit? Why did you give up on carpentry? Because this is much better than carpentry. And that's about it. You know what I mean? Jesus. Hi, mate. How's it going? So Snag Doctor's... yeah, Snag Doctor's the guy that fixes it, innit? Sorry, I was thinking Snag Doctor's a snagging inspection company. But no. No, I haven't worked alongside Snag Doctor. Best house builder in South Wales. All I know is that the developers and sites in England, on average, are a lot better than in Wales. We cannot build some Metallica or Megadeth. I will answer that question with guitar. Oh, I broke the string though, and you're not going to be able to hear it, are you? Answer this. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this. You're not, do you? But that's how I'm going to answer it. Hey, I know you didn't hear that because I got my mic set up so it doesn't hear stuff like that. But hopefully that will tell you if it's Metallica or Megadeth. TikTok, you're probably wondering what the hell is going on. It's a YouTube thing. Don't worry about it. I desperately need you to come snag mine. I'm in Doncaster. It's a real mess. Then book us in, but don't wait. Get us in. How long have we been on for? 49 minutes. Right, we got 10 minutes left. So, hey Orlando, my CV is on the way. I'm in Leicestershire too. Cool. Why? Well, I'm in Leicester, so I'm not sure if it's going to work out. But you're welcome to send me a CV. Ooh, uni light. That's not. what? Why is this? I just realized the TikTok video is backwards, isn't it? Wondering what's going on. I was like, I can't read anything on this. Right then, I'm in knots. Can I come work for you? Guys, we can't just be handing out jobs left, right, and center, okay? You need to know what you're doing, right? By the way, guys, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, the video that I posted today has done really, really well. And thank you for everyone that's liked it, watched it, commented. Amazing. It was... Sometimes you make a video and you just are like quite proud of it. And today's video was... I loved it. Today was, if you haven't seen the video yet, today was the, how do you like your brickwork, sir? I'd like it to be completely loose, please. And how do you like your bathroom to be, sir? I want the apocalypse finish. Right then, let's answer some questions. Are you guys flat out since your social media went crazy? Yes, we went from having 3 inspectors to 10 inspectors over a very short period of time, doing 2 to 3 inspections a day. So yeah, it's a bit nuts. But guys, we cover the whole of England, Scotland and Wales. If you need an inspection done in Glasgow, Edinburgh, London, Cambridge, Swansea, North Wales, I don't know any of the towns there, I'm sorry. I should know them. If you're in... I'm letting the side down. If you're in Barra, or wherever it's called, you know, book us in. Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham, Leicester. If you're in Plymouth, if you're in Southampton, if you're in Norwich, if you're in Aberdeen, if you're in Carlisle, if you're in Newcastle, then you can use us. So book us in. Because if you want a nice strong report, then there's only one company to go with. That's us. Right then. Are you a tuna melt? Yes. Yes, I am. Can you do snagging for older homes? A lot of surveys are not worth the paper. We can do older properties as well, but we'd have to have a bit of a chat to see what the crack is, okay? Yeah, we can do extensions as well, but we'd have to have a bit of a chat. There's no point us... you want to make sure that we are providing a service that is what you need. So we'd have to talk about it. Love your videos. They crack me up. Thank you very much, V Woods. Are your prices VAT? Yeah, so that's including... Those prices are the prices that you will end up paying, okay? There's no hidden cost there. You might, if you want a cavity or thermal inspection, you will be paying extra for that. People are putting in Welsh, North Wales towns. Right then, TikTok, any more questions? Sorry, I've been ignoring you. I'm really sorry. It's just the YouTube comments are a lot easier to read. You wondering why you've got a wand? It's so I can do ridiculous. And that's what it's for. That's what the wand is for, guys. If you're all wondering why I say ridiculous the way I do, it's because Dumbledore told me to do it that way. How did you get into inspecting and snagging? Me and John and Lee, we worked for a carpentry company about 5 years ago. Basically had enough. Saw like a gap in the market for this sort of thing. Started the company. Yeah, so we basically had enough of building really shocking houses. And wanted to make a bit of a change, and yeah, that's what we're trying to do, and that's what we're doing. Ooh, have we just... Oh, we're 5 minutes wait. We've got 5 minutes left. Am I the main boss? Not really. No. We got John and Lee. They're the main, CEOs, directors of the company. So we're like shareholders, you know? Do you ever challenge the warranty providers about the poor out of time? We don't really have to. We just do what we do. We provide a nice strong report for the homeowner. They give it to the developer, and the issues get fixed. That's all we got to do. Good money. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Is it good money? Well, yeah. Ollie Hughes with the question. Thoughts on never heard of the mate. Sorry. Never heard of that. What's your opinion on Western Homes? I don't know, they're not a big enough developer for me to really give an opinion. Have you ever been confronted on site? I have. Kind of. And then I made him look stupid, and then he walked away. That's pretty much how the story goes. Site manager comes up to me with about 5 or 6 other guys, acting all tough. What are you doing? I say, I'm inspecting this property, obviously. He says, I hope you know your tolerances. I go, yeah. I hope you know yours. Of course I do. I'm a site manager. How is it? Why is this wall 40 millimeters out of plumb then if you know your tolerances? Yeah. See you later, mate. And then he walked away. Anyway, if I don't think people would be stupid enough to confront me on site, because if you do, just know that I'm gonna film you and put you on TikTok. So it's up to you. Bellway Homes. I've seen some good properties from Bellway. I've seen some that aren't as good. It all depends on the site that you buy, to be honest. Someone's just asked about painting. So I advise new homeowners not to decorate their properties for the first 2 years. Try not to take any responsibility away from the developer, yeah? So if you're going to start decorating and messing with stuff, you're just taking away responsibility from the developer. Also, if you have any major issues, like say I wallpapered all this, and then we had issues, the developer, okay, let's rewind. Say you wallpaper your lounge and you have a massive leak and it wrecks everything. The developer only really has to put your lounge back to how they sold it to you. So they're just going to paint the walls white. Meaning that you've wasted time, money, effort. Yeah. After 2 years, all your serious issues should have happened. So you should be free to decorate however you want. Also, you've got issues like shrinkage, cracking, which is going to be annoying once you paint as well. So I would wait 2 years, wait for everything to shrink, crack, see what it's looking like, fill any gaps, cracks, whatever, and then decorate. And like I said, all your serious issues should have happened in the first 2 years. So leaks, major electrical issues. Because if you have a leak, they're most likely you're gonna have to make holes in your walls, in your floor, in your ceiling, and same goes with like electrical issues. Electrical issues can be really bad. You could have loads and loads of holes made if anything goes wrong. Right then, we're almost at an hour, winner. So one last question on TikTok. What do I think of Countryside? They used to be my favorite developer. They really, really are not anymore. Right then, I'll see you later, TikTok and YouTube. One more question. Come on, someone come up with a good question. I'm not saying these are bad questions, but come on, let's have a good one to finish off on, innit? Come on. The apocalypse finishes are my personal favorites. Me too. Novak, I'm sorry, but that's a poor question. Because that question really doesn't have an answer, to be honest. Come on, YouTube. I want a good question, please. You can do it. Right then, I'm gonna answer another TikTok one then, because YouTube, you're just wasting my time now. What's the best company for new builds? David Wilson, Blow Homes, Red Row, Story Homes, Taylor Wimpey. Did I say Taylor Wimpey? I'm not sure. David Wilson, Blow Homes, Taylor Wimpey, Red Row, Story Homes. There's 5 really good developers. Normally, okay? That's not a guarantee that you're going to have an amazing house. But it's a good start, right? Have I ever been to court? That's funny. Worst customer. I can't do that. We haven't. I'll be honest. I don't think I've had many bad customers. They've all been pretty good. What's my favorite color? Sick. My favorite color is. I've got loads. To be honest, I really like purple. I like blue. I don't know. I think I'm going to finish it there. What can I tell you? I can tell you something about myself. Before getting into construction, I worked as a chef, and I'm a qualified chef. So if you're all wondering why I'm a little bit like Gordon Ramsay, it's because I'm a qualified chef. My main sort of areas of cooking is like Asian and like Indian, like curry and stuff like that. I do a lot of Asian cooking, but I can cook anything. I worked as a dessert chef for 3 years, so I make banging cheesecake and profiteroles and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I can cook steak and cook it all. So yeah. Right then, I think that's everything for today. Right then, guys, I'll probably see you Wednesday or Thursday, I think. When's the 17th? Let's have a look. 17th is Wednesday. So, guys, I'll see you on Wednesday, okay? Thank you very much, and I'll see you all later. Peace out. And that done. YouTube, thank you very much for being here. I'll see you later. Peace.